Hello to you on this witchy day, on this full moon. I hope you're out there burning and purging and releasing. Oh, I have. But I do have some things to bring through. And it is about the root races. You're going to hear me talking about it because it needs to be talked about. Because Spirit wants me to talk about it. Because nobody else really talks about it. They just read books and they don't put things together. Most people don't. They have face value. And again, that goes back to pedestal, putting people on pedestals and being like, oh, that must be it. That's all it. No, it's not. As more of our awareness unlocks, as more healing, as more of the collective does, like the inner child work, the shadow work, getting rid of your trauma and your ancestral lineage. Okay. So let's go into these root races. The frequency elevates and your memory restores. Not only that, but you can see between timelines. That's sync thinking. Hello, birds. Okay, bluebird. All right. Bluebird might be a little thing for you. I've had crows all day, spirits all around, surrounding, protected, guided, and so it is. Back to the root races. There are sub-root races. Every root race creates sub-root races. And where people get tripped up is where they think it's the Moors. The Moors were a part of the sub-root race, just like the Mayans were part of the sub-root race. The Aztecs were part of sub-root races. The Tartars were not white. They didn't start out just white, okay? It started out over in Russia and eastern, the Mongolian area and China. It really started out from the Aryan. So we see the Aryan had the fifth root race. They had their sub-root races, which we see as Egyptian, and we have as the Sumerian, we have as the Persian and the Hebrew. And then from that, it branched into the Tartars, which were the black. Tar is black. Okay. And so this is where we have the Hebrew language, the Moors, the Celtics, the Scots, all of that. It was intermingled. There was not just a race. That's the mentality that you've been indoctrinated with, is race wars. And that's always been a thing. That's part of the division. That's part of the divide. We all used to mingle. That is truth. Like there were within the subroot races wars because of races and superiority and entitlement, and it's the same shit that goes on the plane today. We are playing that out because history in your genetics repeats itself. And then we get to a space where there's peace and they stop fighting and they come into a world religion. They come into a one state of consciousness, which is the Christ consciousness, the Christos, the Krishna. Every root race reaches the pinnacle, but it doesn't just get there immediately. And the whole thing with the seventh root race is we're the all. We are the mixing pot, the melting pot, whatever you want to call it, of them all. And we have to work through our own race. We have like the division and the racism and the religious separation. You know, my religion is right. My God is right. It is the I am. It is the almighty I. And we are the embodiment. We have the almighty I within all of us. And it doesn't matter about the fucking Messiah that came to teach and preach about it, because there's been so many over the millions and billions of fucking years that there have been many, many Messiahs that have come. But the church of Satan, Satan's short rule, materialism, greed, they chose one. In the Council of Nicaea, Isus, Zeus, the King of Kings, Jupiter, Jesus, and they labeled it Jesus, Yeshua. And they said, this is the guy that we're going to use to control and manipulate all of them. And then we're going to kill in the name of our God and genocide and get rid of all of the people that understood the ways of the cosmos and earth in harmony. And that's the fall. That was the fall of Tartaria. And then you see the Jesuits coming over and murdering, like, not just in America. That was like the last of it. And then they enslaved the people that were left over. They enslaved the Mayan, the leftovers of the Mayan, of the Aztec. We call those Native Americans to this day. Mexicans, anyways, and that's a mix of Spaniard and, Native, indigenous. So, I mean, this is critical thinking. It really is. And it isn't an easy concept to adhere to, because you got to have you got to work on your genetics, on your DNA. I'm telling you right now, get the gene keys. Not everything in that is 100%, but there is enough information within that to get your DNA active to a higher frequency, to start expanding and really do the inner work. Like, look at the shit, look at your shit, look at yourself, look at it. Or don't. But we are coming to the time when God elevates us into a whole new reality. Because this world that we live on, this plane, Earth, is an anagram for heart. It's the heart chakra. It is not male or female. It is both. It is androgynous. It is masculine and feminine. And that is why we are an expression of masculine and feminine. We're in the heart, which is the causal plane or the soul of the cosmic being in which we exist within. And the heart broke in Atlantis, and it fell from the semi-etheric, telepathy, supernatural state and descended into the lower realms. And this is like Sophia, or wisdom, falling, the aeon of Sophia falling because she cared so much. But it's really wisdom going in, the spirit going deep into the physical, and then creating these beyond the lower planes, the mind. And each root race represents a development of the subtle bodies for the Polarian, Hyperborean, and Lemurian. And then Lemurian Atlantis was the beginning of the form, or the body, if you will. But it was a semi-etheric body, the Atom Cadman. And then from that, it fell even deeper into physical, the Platonic solids. Because we're ascending, we're becoming a spiritually mature human and evolving into a celestial human. Just like the cosmic being had to descend into its depths of its hell and its densest layers to know itself, to rise back up, to take its cells, okay, to rise back up and to become an integrated cosmic being so that it can create multiverses. Sounds really crazy, but it's not. It's not. It just is. And it's spoke of in many lore. Like, Greek even talks about it. Hindu definitely talks about it. But they destroyed the Tartarian. And that was the whole point. Is because this is the time when it's just the souls of Gaia that are going to ascend into the next plane. We were going through sublimation. That's when the soul refuses to take incarnation anymore. So each root race is a development of the subtle bodies, and the planets are also assisting in this within the physical body. Each root race establishes a part of the physical body, okay, which is part of the subtle body and part of the chakra system, the plexus system within the cosmic being. And that's represented by the planets and the luminaries. Okay. It's important to know this stuff. At least it was for me. So get the gene keys, research some esoteric astrology, whether you go through Steiner, Hall, Bailey, read them all, or just, watch the tons of videos that I have on it. I mean, I have an encyclopedia of synthesized material on here. I don't make money off of this. I'm not asking you to book with me. I'm just saying to expand beyond the materialistic ideology of the earth is all there is. It's not. There's other planes. Just like your heart's not all that there is. You have a throat chakra and an ajna and a crown. All right. Much love. Thanks for listening.